Hello everyone and welcome back to Financial Flagship. My name is Alex and today I'm going to be your host for the weekly market update. We have a big week ahead of us, FOMC meeting on Wednesday, also we have NFP data on Friday, so I would advise you guys this week to trade with care and be a bit more cautious than usual because the market can get a bit messier and it could move up and down a lot and spiking up and down especially. So I would advise you guys to be careful when you're trading this week. It's not a bad idea to not trade at all this week because as you know, these news events have a big impact on the price and they wipe out a lot of traders in the market. And it's best for you guys to be on the safe side rather than risking percentages of your account on potential trades. But regardless, let's do our analysis and see if we get some setups for this week. If we get some setups for this week, I would advise you guys to trade it after the news cools off a bit and not before that when all those price manipulations are happening. So speaking of, let's start off with the DXY. DXY last week we were expecting the price to finish this correction inside this area here and then go on and break the stop. It didn't break the stop. It basically made a sharp drop here and then started the pullback. And as it stands right now, I'm expecting the price eventually to break this stop, but we have two possibilities. Either we'll go one more move down towards this level before going back up, either we'll crawl our way slow and messy to break this stop here again. So DXY for me this week is bullish. If this goes down even further and breaks the low, then okay, I'm not going to be interested in that. I'm going to be waiting for my buy setup. But at the way the price is looking right now in the chart, it is very messy. So I won't advise you guys to get into any trades right now. Wait for your setups and afterwards, if everything is safe, you can go on risking small and going for your trade. Moving on to EURUSD. Last week we were expecting EURUSD after this drop and this consolidation here. I was expecting EURUSD to go back up and break the stop, which it did. And as it stands right now, I'm expecting the price to continue to make something messy here and eventually breaking down. But first and foremost, we have a trend line here located at this level, and if we go down more and consolidate underneath, then this will be a good indication that the next move would be towards the downside. So for EURUSD, if we get this consolidation here after a sharp breakout again, then I'm guessing that will go down. There's still a possibility that this could continue to go up in a slow and messy manner as the structure looks right now, but personally I won't be focusing on this move. I'll be rather focusing on the downside. So if you get here a consolidation after we break this trend line here, then that's a good thing. If not, stay away from the market because it could end up screwing you up. Moving on to Pound USD. Last week we were expecting Pound USD to break this stop here. So far so good. We broke this stop and right now the price is looking like it's making a small pullback here for one more push up. Break the stop again before dropping. So for Pound USD, I'm expecting maybe another push up and then the big drop that I'm expecting, a bigger correction on the higher time frame. And if that happens, I would be looking for my sell setups. Moving on to dollar yen. Last week we had a pretty strong bullish week for dollar yen. We had this trend line broken out, but we didn't get any consolidation above it and we didn't get any buy setups. But let's see how we stand this week. And as the price looks right now, we are in a very important zone as we speak. And there are two scenarios here. Either we'll make a consolidation here and then go and break the stop. Either we will be making a sharp drop and then a consolidation to continue towards the downside and eventually breaking this low. So based on these two things here, you should watch the price action to see if you'll get a sharp wave down and a correction similar to this for more bearish continuation, or if we'll get the first scenario, which is a sideways move here. So very important to check the price action and see if you'll get this bullish wave up. So if this happens, pick one side, but first look at the price action. First and foremost, check the price actions and action and wait for your setups. If you don't get a setup, don't trade. Simple as that. So let's move on to Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Last week we were expecting the price to make another drop from this level and eventually breaking this low here. We didn't broke the low yet. We made another pullback, dropped again, and as it stands, I'm expecting the price to make a consolidation here, go one more time up and retest this area here, and then drop, eventually breaking the low that I was talking about. So for Australian dollar versus the US dollar, I'm expecting the correction to finish, and then I'm gonna go with the drop. Moving on to dollar CAD. For dollar CAD, we had a pretty bullish week last week, but we ended the week with this drop here, which in my opinion is part of a correction. And as things stand right now, I'm expecting two scenarios. Either we'll get here a consolidation, a sideways move to go down for one more bearish leg, and then come back up, or the messier part, the messier scenario is that this could continue to crawl its way up and break the top from here. If this happens, I don't think we'll get any buy setup, but if the first scenario happens and if we get a consolidation here and then a drop, then I think from a good level to watch for buys and the reaction, it will be 1.35 level. From here, I'm expecting the price to push back up again. Moving on to the commodities. For gold, last week I was expecting correction inside this area here and then a drop to break this low again and head towards the 1950 level. We didn't. We just made the correction and then the price started to get even messier. And as things stand right now, I'm expecting this to finish, make this consolidation here, and then one more move towards the downside. And if this happens, if we get this setup from here and a nice reaction, this would be a nice trade to consider. If not, this also has a possibility to go back, move messy here, and then slowly go on and break the top again before dropping. But for now, I'll only be focusing on the sell setups. And if this happens, then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take my chances and go for this trade. If not, I'm gonna leave the market to do what it is doing and focus on something else. Let's move on to silver. For silver, last week I was expecting this consolidation to finish and break down one more time before going back up. So similar to gold, we are still in a messy range inside this level here. So what I'm expecting next, there are two scenarios. The most likely scenario for me, if it happens, is that the price will go back down here, reach this level, and I'm going to be waiting for a reaction to break the top again. And if not, if this goes on like this, slow and messy to break the top, I'm not going to be interested in the trade because I won't have any buy setup, and without any setup, I don't trade. It's simple as that. So I'm going to be waiting for this area to be reached around this level, break this low, and then I'm going to be looking for my buy setups. If this happens, then I'm happy to say that it will be a good trade, and we'll eventually go on and break the top and the 26 level. Moving on to oil. For oil, last week we were expecting the price to continue to drop and eventually make a consolidation. And as it stands right now, the price is consolidating and I'm expecting one more push towards the downside, maybe towards this level. We had last week we had a nice analysis posted on our TradingView page where we invite you to follow us to stay up to date with our latest educational materials and also the latest analysis. So as I was saying, for oil, as you can see here, we were expecting the price to make a pullback, drop, and then go back up. So as it stands, the price did exactly what we expected it to do. Let me zoom in a bit. And we reached this level here, and now it's starting to drop. I'm very confident that we'll break this low here again, but I won't advise you guys to trade the sell right now. Wait for it to break the low and wait for a reaction, because afterwards, if we get a buy setup, then we'll be going up. I don't know if we'll go directly and break this top, but we'll be going up from here, and we'll see where we're at when after we break this low. Moving on to natural gas. For natural gas, we are in a big downtrend for a while now. As you can see, we had this drop here followed by this consolidation that we are in right now. Last week I was expecting the price to make a pullback and then drop again. We didn't. It just took out this top again, and now it's starting to fall. So what I'm expecting at this moment in time, if we get the consolidation here, then we'll most likely go down one more time, and we'll see from there if we will continue to go lower than that, or if we'll get a buy reaction from here, a bullish reaction. So for natural gas, next move is towards the downside, consolidation, another drop, and take your trade off and wait for another reaction. Moving on to the stock market and starting off with S&P. For S&P last week we were expecting the price to make a consolidation and break this top again. We just tagged the top. I'm not sure that we broke it. Basically, we just broke it right now as we speak. So we have a new higher high inside this area. What I'm expecting next, I'm expecting maybe another push here, slow and messy, drop, correction, and then go back up again, eventually breaking this top. And afterwards we'll update you. But for now, S&P, I'm expecting a pullback and then another push towards the upside. Moving on to NASDAQ. For NASDAQ last week, similar, we were expecting the price to finish this correction. I think we were in this area when we did our previous market update, and I was expecting the price to go back down, retest this level here, break this low before shooting back up. And as it stands right now, similar with the S&P, I'm expecting NASDAQ to consolidate here and make another push towards the upside, maybe reaching the 30,400 level, this area here. So it will be a nice trade if we get this pullback. If not, stay away from it. But if you get this and you have a buy setup, go for it, but don't risk more than 0.5 or 1% of your account, please. Moving on to Dow Jones. Dow Jones, similar to NASDAQ, we were expecting last week to make another drop. It did, and then we were expecting another break of the top. So as it stands right now, we just tagged the top as well. So I'm expecting it to break it and then fall into a pullback before going back up. So for Dow Jones, similar to the other two, I'm expecting a consolidation before another push towards the upside. Moving on to Bitcoin. For Bitcoin last week, if you remember, when we were doing the analysis, we were inside this range here, this messy range, and I was expecting the price to make a push up, like in a corrective manner. And I said, guys, if we reach this area here, we're gonna wait for a reaction. The reaction came, and as it stands right now, I'm expecting the market to correct and make one more drop to break this low here that you can see on my chart. Afterwards, we'll update you because I'm not sure if this will start to go up from here in a straight line, or if we will get after we break this low here, if we get another correction, a deeper one, drop again before going back up. But my bias for Bitcoin is that we'll go on and break the top again. Right now we are in a consolidation phase, so no need to worry about anything. We'll buy it at a cheaper price, at a better price in fact, instead of jumping in right now hoping to to not miss the trade. Better to wait to buy it from a lower price to increase your risk to reward. So wait for this consolidation to finish, and then we're going to be looking for buys. Moving on to Ether, similar to Bitcoin last week, I was expecting Ether to make a consolidation here and drop again. It did a big mess inside this area here, so I don't know if this one will go like in a straight line from here. I'm not too sure about it. I'm expecting as well a correction similar to Bitcoin, one more drop, and then I'm going to be looking for my buy setups to break this top here that we highlighted right now. So wait for this consolidation. All the crypto market is looking like it's taking a breather from the previous bull run, and we should wait for this correction to finish, and then we'll be looking at our buy setups. After this is finished, I'm expecting maybe a reaction around the 1,700 level before going back up and breaking the top, making a new higher high inside this area. So we'll be waiting for a reaction inside these areas here. Moving on to BNB. For BNB, this week is looking like a messy week. We are inside this big range here, and I don't like this. Personally, I will wait for the price to break out to one direction or the other. If this goes back up and breaks out of this structure and consolidates here, then we're gonna have a nice buy setup. And if this decides to go back down, drop, breakout from this structure, then still we're going to be looking for our buy setups. But until that happens, I'm not going to be trading anything inside this this range here, this sideways move, because it could get messy. It could happen. Look what happened here. Look what happened here. You know, and so on. So I'm going to be expecting, I'm going to be waiting, in fact, for the price to break out of one of these two zones. And we're going to wait for a reaction, pull back, and then see if we get our buy setups. So that should be all for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed our content. So if you like our content, I invite you to subscribe to our channel, hit that like button, and enable the notifications so you'll stay up to date with our latest content that we'll post on YouTube. Also, we'll be happy if you follow us on TradingView. Like I said earlier, we post loads of content on our TradingView profile. So head over there, give us a like, and trade with care and stay safe this week, because as I was saying, it's a big week ahead of us. Loads of major news events and important news events. The market could spike up both ways, take you out regardless. If you get the perfect buy setups, you know, or sell setups, doesn't matter. You have to be careful. So I advise you guys to be cautious this week, trade with care, and see you guys next Monday. And I hope you'll bring some good news that you made some money. So with that being said, I wish you a wonderful trading week ahead, and trade with care.